All right, good morning. This is part 2 of our 2-part coaster trip here, me and William from the alternate YT. We are now at Kings Island after a day at Holiday World. Took us a little bit to get here, especially because Holiday World is in a different time zone than Kings Island. So we had to leave the hotel at like 5, 6 in the morning. So doesn't matter, we're here now. We've got Orion Diamondback Banshee for the B&M 3. You can see in Vertigo. Bats all the way over there in the back.
And see how far it is to the left, bro. Yeah.
One of our expectations for today is going to be set low,
especially because
the Beast is not looking hot. Unfortunately, because me, Will, and the other half of the alternate YT have had many a night calls about this park, and I haven't been able to chime in because I haven't been here. But you two, Will rides for the Beast, Zesh rides for Mystic Timbers,
has the best ride in the park.
And you two both talk crap on either ride, even though you don't hate the other one.
No, they're I don't hate.
You both don't hate, but you guys have to. You guys love to hate them while I'm in the Skype call because you want me to like your favorite ride. And I thought I would come in liking the Beast better. Here's Great Wolf Lodge right next door. I thought I would come in liking the Beast better than Mystic Timbers, but it's unfortunately not looking hot today, so we're just gonna set our expectations at that. So I would be extremely pleased if we walked in and it was open, so I could get on that. But it's unfortunate because I was really hoping to be the tiebreaker in our little argument with Mystic versus the Beast, and if I don't get a ride on the Beast, we're gonna have a clear winner. But it doesn't matter because there's still a great collection of coasters here to ride today. So yeah, we're gonna get through the entrance, and I guess we're gonna start with Orion, try to bang that out early. Hopefully a front row ride, but we'll see what we can do for the rest of the day moving through the park. See you there. All right, well here we are in Kings Island, which is, dude, this is way nicer than I expected. This is beautiful. It's better than KD's, that's for sure. This looks like the main area to Europa Park with France.
Europa Park?
Yeah, dude. If you go to Europa Park, this is literally what it looks like. I know. Well, also in Europa Park, you do have steel or Silver Star. So it's really nice. But let's get the hell to Orion. Really nice though. All right, well here it is. My final Giga Coaster in America to ride. Oh baby. Orion time. All right, so Orion, top 10 ride. This ride is good. It's just like all the other Gigas. I don't know about top 5. I definitely like Fury better. I like you're gonna hate this. I still like Millie better, and I still like Fury and I-305. But this is still a fantastic ride. We rode front row. The wind in your face is absolutely phenomenal. You pick up it keeps its speed throughout, but fantastic ride. We're gonna come back for more, but Diamondback.
If Racer's open right now, we might as well get both sides done before it gets the line in.
I would be down for that. Okay, so Here's what I really thought about Orion. So it got really good consistent speed. It keeps it throughout the ride.
Like, it doesn't have a slow helix, like I said.
Yeah, it doesn't slow down at any point. I feel like Fury, that helix is like kind of the killer on the ride. But I think it definitely is a little short. Like, it just needs another element or two. And pretty much like the second half, like after the speed hill, you know, like the big airtime hill is okay, but it's nothing you won't get on a hyper. The helix was okay. That last turn was good, but it really does just need another element. But it's still a fantastic ride. Like I said, top 10, but I don't think it competes with the Voyage yesterday and some of the other Gigas out there, and what else, like El Toro, Maverick, some of those. So it's fantastic, but not top of the line, but still really happy to get on that. All right, so William, you are not gonna like me for this, but this is my favorite hyper. Diamondback is tremendous. I'll have to decide if it's better than Orion after another ride on Orion, which it's already up for debate, but this ride is phenomenal. You get the airtime, it's smooth. I just love how long the layout is, but it's got to be longer than most of the other B&Ms out there, at least in terms of the layout. But it's a phenomenal ride. Kings Island is starting off great today. The operations are on point. You at least have to admit, like, I will agree, the operations here are tremendous. There's like 10 people on each crew. It's awesome. But Diamondback is absolutely legendary for me, and I guess time for Mystic. All right, well, it's hard to see, but Mystic, dude, that was awesome. I think for me that was better than Voden Timber, as much as I love Voden, because it's just longer. I feel like
that was not long in any way. That ride is so
like
short.
It blitzes through that middle part. I really like those low to the ground moments where it's just kind of, I mean, GCI, that's where they're at their best, and they really put it all into this ride. The shed sucked. That was terrible. That was so bad. Not only did we have to wait, and they played like awkward music behind us for like 2 minutes, just standing there, but I think most of all was that the screens weren't even that good. They didn't even try to hide them. It was like they just slapped the Vizio on the wall. But in all,
you were expecting universal level gaming?
In all accounts, like it was good. I really enjoyed it. The fact that I thought it was better than Voden means it is for me a top 5. I haven't ridden that many Woodies, but it is a top 5 Woody. Not as good as Voyage.
Oh my god, no, that's
nowhere near as good as Voyage, but still, I mean, it is good.
It's low-key like a part of Voyage. If you wanted to like take a piece of Voyage, it's got the...
It is good, and for me, this is, I've only been on like 4 or 5 GCIs, but this is definitely the #1. But where are we going now?
We're probably to get food. Okay.
All right, well then Banshee it is. All right, Banshee, William, you love this machine and you have made it live up to the hype.
Yes.
This is a top tier B&M invert.
What do you think of Mystic?
Like I said, I haven't ridden Montu in a decade.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see how this would compare to Montu. But it is a top tier. It's definitely up there with Alpengeist. It might even be better. I think it could be better than Alpengeist, because that's at least one I've ridden recently. Like, I can't compare it to Montu because I was so long ago, but this is an absolute machine.
The best restraints at all.
I like the vest restraints.
I like it too.
I love the vest restraints. People complain, but the elements here are insane. I was surprised. I actually like the second half better, with those turns toward the end.
It gains speed the entire time.
Yeah, it gains speed. Those turns toward the end, as well as the inline twist, and then the Batwing and the second vertical loop. they were insane. I mean, the first half is good, but the second half is really where it starts kicking butt. So we're gonna go around for a backseat ride. We rode in the front, but that is awesome. So let's go. All right, so there was backlot. And William and I are now looking at the beast, which they're doing some stuff to it. We've seen some trains cycle, and now they're chucking the body bags off. Yeah. Their dummy bags off. I guess you said you thought you saw a crew in the station, right?
Did you not see them? They're in the booth right now. There's at least 4 of them up there now.
So it's possibly looking like later today the beast might make an appearance here, which would make an incredible night ride.
The next 30 minutes, beast.
Would make an incredible night ride. So we'll keep it posted, and I guess right now we'll just try and see what else there is to do right now. All right, well, there's Bat, which has a good, it's got an interesting history. We would have definitely loved to have gotten that original credit. Yeah. With the out of control swinging. But that was all right. It was definitely fast. It was definitely a shorter ride.
We were definitely swinging.
Yeah, we were definitely swinging. It was good.
Definitely at 90 degrees.
So a good solid depth coaster. Always good for like a one-time ride. But maybe I think time for a second ride on Orion. All right, so me and Will just took a quick car trip to refuel on some stuff, but I did Racer in the meantime, and Backlot. I think I already talked about Backlot a little bit. Still just an awesome little coaster. Really fantastic launch. Great, really tight elements. I know we were saying, like, we were talking earlier about how this park really needs a big launch, but
it still does.
When, yeah. I mean, when you ride it, you're like, wow, it's good.
I definitely think if you did Flight of Fear too, then you would definitely say that we don't need a launch because Flight of Fear's got diversion.
Yeah, so Racer was, I mean,
you can definitely tell where they retracted.
Yeah, I'll probably talk in bits, but it was still rough.
Really?
I'll probably talk later about like what I think they should do with it, but it was definitely still rough. I didn't even do the blue side, I just did the red side. So that was pretty much all it was for me with Racer. I thought Raven was better than the Racer.
Good one.
So that's how I thought of Racer. But still plenty of good coasters here, and we've got Flight of Fear left, maybe in Vertigo if the line's not too bad. And yeah, we'll see what else. So hopefully another ride on Orion to end it, and we'll see what happens when nighttime comes, but we'll be with Thomas, so that'll be enjoyable to see. So real quick, while we're on this big midway, which is massive, gives you a really good view of like the park, but it's just the amount of space coming here.
Things that I've done so many times and I've just like never ever thought about it.
See, like comparing this to King's Dominion, I thought this was going to be pretty much the same as King's Dominion. This is much bigger in every little aspect than KD. And I really think I see why they're starting to add big, huge investments here, is because this park in the future is going to have the capacity to just have massive crowds. I mean, when I went to KD in 2018, you know, there was a lot of stuff that was like a 5-minute short wait. And here, I mean, this is a pretty standard day. Yeah, they just opened Orion last year, but I mean, how many lines have we seen over like 45 minutes?
Yeah, most of them.
Like, this park is probably bringing in a lot more than people realize, especially after Orion. And, you know, with just the sheer size of this park, the way it was just built for like so many more people to come. So I really think that in the future, we're just going to see them keep adding. And I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, this is better than Magic Mountain in years to come. So we're really impressed by that aspect. All right, well, it is confirmed. After a rocky day for the Beast, it was what, testing for a little bit, and then an employee literally told us, No, it's not opening today, but there are people in the station, so we are racing over there to get a ride. I am finally going to be able to ride the legendary Beast with William, and we can settle this Zest debate once and for all. Unbelievable, dude. He is going to be pissed when he hears this, but oh my god, I cannot wait for this.
They repainted this building too.
I guess we may as well talk about it. Like, the atmosphere around KI has been really nice, I thought, and we both said it was nicer than Holiday World, right?
Not about as nice, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I would say, yeah, maybe about as nice, but it definitely seems like the atmosphere is definitely a bit nicer at KI than it was at Holiday World. Not that Holiday was bad, but all around the atmosphere here has just been tremendous. Like I said, I can really see why this is starting to become an ultimate powerhouse park, like on Cedar Point's level. So. All right, well, as you can see there, me and William did the impossible for what we thought was possible today. We did the Beast.
That was impossible to say, because my heart would have really broke.
We did the Beast. They opened it, what, around 7, maybe 6:30? They got the Beast open. It was down multiple days leading up to this. Screamscape had been reporting it. That got me real worried, but literally, I don't know how they did it. The Kings Island maintenance staff is getting a gift card and a thank you card tomorrow.
It was running rough, but I guess.
But
that was incredibly rough. I'm glad
it was running rough, but it was running fast. I'll have to say, an insanely iconic and interesting coaster, because there is nothing like it.
Yeah.
There is nothing like the Beast. I mean, just it's in all of its weirdness and strangeness, it's good. It's just goofy good. But wow. That's all I can say. It was rougher, but I mean, it had good laterals, and I mean, it had consistent speed. It's a great long ride.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll really have to decide where that like lands in the top lineup, but I'm just happy we got on that, because that was just, it's an incredible ride. So historic, and
yeah,
I'm just thankful for the ride.
Get to do that.
But we got night rides coming up because all the lights are starting to pop on, so let's meet up with Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas from Coaster Media is here for us.
I just said that in your blog.
It is time to go for some night rides with 2 YouTubers, and I am the third. It's a trio. I do love Diamondback. It is crazy good.
What's your favorite?
I have Fury's still the #1 B&M.
Fury's amazing. I have Fury right behind Diamondback, like literally on my list. It goes Diamondback, Fury, and Goliath all next. That's a 10-minute line on Diamondback.
All right, it is dark here now at Kings Island. We just got a night ride on Diamondback, which is, I would say for sure now, my favorite hyper. Wow. I mean, this ride is just incredible. It's got the length. I didn't think it was too rough. Everybody says this has such a rattle, and that's what made me worry, but it's incredible. And I'm honestly torn between this or Orion. It's hard for me to decide, but it is now pitch black, so we are gonna try and sneak into whatever coaster we can to get a good night ride here. So I will see you then. All right, well, we're gonna settle for one night ride. The Beast is closed, so that made our decision easy. It's gonna be Mystic Timbers. I can't wait. This is gonna be one of my rare night ride opportunities, so I'm hyped. All right, so me and Coaster Media just rode Mystic Timbers on night. I've not had a night ride in forever, since Steel Vengeance, but that was phenomenal. That coaster is just relentless transitions, one after the other. I think it's better than the Beast, I will have to say. I know you and Will won't like that, but it's just those transitions are so fun. And the night ride was awesome.
We'll get you a beast night ride here soon.
Yeah, next time I come here, which will hopefully be soon, I will like a beast night ride, but we're gonna start heading our way out. All right, so you just saw a great fireworks show to end a fantastic day at Kings Island. This is a phenomenal park. One of the best in the world, easily. Just an insanely great lineup of coasters here. But to add to that, like I said, just the park itself is so nice. Cedar Fair seems to do a really good job with some of their bigger parks like Cedar Point, Carowinds, and as I saw here today, Kings Island. You know, some of the smaller ones like Dorney, and I feel like King's Dominion is starting to fall in that category, just don't have that awesome atmosphere like Kings Island did today. I mean, they really brought it all for just the whole day that we were here. It was tremendous. Really happy to get on, you know, most things that I didn't do in Vertigo, One-Sided Racer and Adventure Express, you know, some little things, but I still got on so much. We were really happy to get that Beast ride, at least. That was awesome that opened in time. But just so many great coasters. They have a really diverse lineup. Everything there is just a little bit different from everything else. No really two rides that are closely the same. And of course, as I mentioned before, really what I love so much about this park is that they really have room and capacity to expand. As I said before, you know, I thought KD was gonna be very similar to this. KD, everything is just scaled down a bit. And I feel like that's one of the reasons we're not seeing Cedar Fair invest a whole lot into them anymore, is just because Kings Island just has so much more opportunity to expand and feed a much larger audience in the future. So you're gonna see a lot more stuff come to Kings Island in the future, which this is just gonna turn into such a powerhouse park. I mean, I would say it's gonna be probably top 3 in the world at some point in terms of coaster lineup, but if Magic Mountain and Cedar Point just keep adding, like, man, it's just gonna be a race between all these parks. But Kings Island is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, Holiday World yesterday, we said some of pretty much my main 2 complaints were operations weren't on point and the day was just too short. I feel like they needed another hour. Kings Island, both of those were completely gone. Operations were as good as they could have been. And of course, it was a nice long day. I was here from 11 to 10. Will got an early ride on Orion, so even longer. I can't find anything about this park that I don't like, maybe except the missing last element on Orion. But like, I can't complain about this park, especially since they had the Beast open when I thought it was going to be down, and everybody thought it was going to be down. I can't find anything to complain about this park, so really excited to see what they get in the future. And I'm hoping to make it back out here sometime soon, because it was just such a nice park and just so many great attractions. If anything though, I really think, you know what, they need a dark ride of some sort. You know, Carowinds has Plants vs. Zombies. You know, there's Voyage to the Iron Reef at Knott's. There's that one at Canada's Wonderland. But, you know, they really need some kind of good indoor dark ride attraction here. I don't think Blue Blasters is quite going to cut it. So maybe that's an addition that they could have for the future. But other than that, you know, perfect day at KI, I would say. I just really enjoyed that park. So that's going to be it for this vlog. That's going to be it for the trip. So had a great time going to 2 parks with the alternate YT. And
sleeping good tonight.
We will be sleeping good tonight. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more vlogs in parks in this fall when I go to Italy. Adios.